Good morning. It is Sunday the 15th of December. We are really creeping up to Christmas now. Do grab yourselves a super cosy drink, a blanket and settle in because you are home and we are in for another very festive vlog. Well, I'm just looking outside. The window is here. We have got patches of blue sky, but just by looking at people that are out walking their dogs, you can see that we are in the middle of December. People are definitely wearing their hats, their scarves, and almost huddled down with their dogs rather than sort of open and breezy. But I love this time of year, and just knowing that Christmas is just around the corner just makes it all feel so much more magical this time of year. I feel like I can cope with the cold if I know that I'm coming home to warm lighting, lamps on, and just knowing that there is warmth under my duvet with my electric blanket on in the evenings. There is nothing that I love more than an early night, electric blanket on, hot chocolate by the side, snuggling down, reading a book. Are you a home bird? Do you love being at home? If you do, you're in the right place, because being at home is my favourite place to be. I love going out and about, and we're very lucky because we do travel up and down the country. And if you caught up with my last weekend's vlog, you'll know that my sister and I were over in the Cotswolds. So I love to go out to all of these different places, but my favourite place to be is at home. How are you? How are things going in your household in the lead up to Christmas? Have you had any children's nativity plays? Have you been to any Christmas carol concerts? Our Christmas carol concert is on the Market Square in our local town, and that's on December the 18th, and I absolutely can't wait for that. It's one of those days that's always ringed in the calendar. It's a must-do date. So we've got that still to look forward to, but I know that lots of local towns and villages have already had their carol services. I would love to know, have you embraced in the carol singing? I absolutely love it, although I cannot sing. Actually, over here, I'll show you. You may have seen this already in some of my vlogs, but hidden behind my little array of books here, I've got an Advent book, a vegan Christmas book that's like recipes. We are not vegan, I'm a vegetarian, and GB absolutely loves vegetarian food, but I do get inspired by vegan recipes. But just next to it, just here, it's my favourite Christmas carols book, and oh my goodness, I found this over in one of the charity shops on Broadway in the Cotswolds last year, and I now take this to the carol service on the Market Square, and I feel incredibly professional when I'm standing with my Christmas carols book and everybody else has got their song sheets. I mean, I can't read music and I can't sing, but they've got some lovely carols in here, like Hark the Herald Angels Sing, Good King Wenceslas, Good King Wenceslas last looked out. I just love it. The First Noel. The First Noel. I mean, I cannot sing and I'm not going to embarrass myself anymore, but I just love this. When we go to the carol service, it's for everybody in the local area. So we all ascend upon the Market Square. There's a beautiful Christmas tree. If you're local, this is over in Hitchin. There's mulled wine, mince pies before. It's really, really good when it's super, super cold. There was only 1 year that we were moved over into the church, but obviously with the whole population, the church was absolutely packed. And I feel like being outside in the cold is definitely the best, you know, because that's what it's about, isn't it? So I just stand there with my carol book and get my carols out. I honestly love it. I love that I feel professional. All we need now is a candle on a stick. I don't know what that's called, if it's got a professional name, or one of those vintage lamps. So I'm really looking forward to that. Have you been to anything Christmassy? Have you been to any pantos? Have you been to any Christmas towns? Christmas in the Cotswolds will always stay with me. It was incredibly beautiful, and if you have never been, I would recommend going at Christmas. If you can go midweek, it's probably better because it's quieter then. So I'm on my second cup of coffee. This is a Christmas blend by Starbucks for Nespresso, the Toffee Nut Latte blend. It's amazing, by the way, absolutely amazing. It's probably best just to catch you up with where we are because it's been a busy weekend. I'm sitting down today because I am going to be doing some super Sunday festive craft in the kitchen, and I really enjoy that little bit of time to myself, but I'll let you know about that very, very soon. What do I need to catch you up with? Well, on Friday, my best friends and I went over to London from mid-afternoon right through till the evening. We first of all went to Coldrop's Yard for a little bit of shopping. If you've never been, it's just around the corner from King's Cross. It's literally walking distance, so you don't need to get a train, a taxi or anything. I would say not even a 10-minute walk. It is just literally around the corner. I'd never been before, but I will definitely be going back. It was absolutely stunning around there. There was beautiful wreaths. There was a little Christmas market. The tree around there is gorgeous, and also some really nice shops. So we went into a Serene Green. Now I keep seeing this all over Instagram. I keep seeing this shop mentioned everywhere, and my best friend said, come on, I'll take you there, because she's used to going around into this area. She said, you'll absolutely love it. Well, the only way I can describe it is very Nordic and very Scandi feel. There is lots of very rustic, wooden, natural resources. There's lots of signage to talk about recycling and putting back into the environment. Everything is displayed so beautifully. You walk round a little bit like IKEA. It's not as big as IKEA at all, but the idea that you walk round following the route and you go into different areas of the shop. So Christmas decorations, I'll show you something in a minute because of course I had to pick up something. Christmas decorations, kitchenware, gift wrap, sewing and craft, bathroom, sweets. I would feel like it's a little bit like that shop Flying Tiger, but almost, for me anyway, more natural and more beautiful. I absolutely love it. Let me show you what I've bought there. These were bought for me by my best friend Lauren for dog sitting. It was so nice. She did not need to do that, but she'd bought these wooden trees knowing that I would absolutely fall in love with them, and I did. They had a little extra tree and I just couldn't leave it, so now I've got a little set of 4. I feel like I might have these out all year actually, but you can really see the Scandinavian design of these trees. They're gorgeous, aren't they? I actually can't remember how much the little tree was, but not very much money at all. Maybe £2, something like that. Coldrop's Yard have also got Beyond Retro, which is a well-known vintage shop in London. They've got a main one just off of Oxford Street. I believe that's where it is. And then they've also got a second one in Coldrop's Yard. It was like Christmas jumper heaven. But unfortunately, us girls couldn't buy too much because we were off to an event in the evening. The event that we went to was really reliving old times, but almost in a style that we like now. So we went to the House and Garage Orchestra night over at Coco in Camden. So from Coldrop's Yard, you can walk straight through to Camden. We had the most fantastic night, having a few drinks, reliving our old nights out. The music was outstanding because there was the orchestra and then the singers as well. There was a real merge of the garage and house music with the orchestra. It really made the whole dance hall come alive. And it was such a special evening. We danced and danced and danced. And the best thing about it, it was done and finished by 9:45. So we're back home, all tucked up into our beds by 11 o'clock. GB did the lifts, which was great. He was able to drop everybody off. I'll show you just a little bit of footage of the night. It may not be your thing. Then yesterday, GB and I had a lovely cosy Saturday. We went into our local town of Hitchin. We often go there on a Saturday morning, as many of you will know. It's sort of a little bit of a routine. We'll go out for a little bit of breakfast. We went over to the groundworks. and then I popped round at the charity shops. But what I loved about town yesterday is there is real festivity in the air. So there was beautiful reindeer out on the market square. They were adorned in their red. They are so well looked after, and they were very, very well behaved. I could hear one of the children explaining to their mum that the reason why Rudolph doesn't have a red nose at the moment is because the magic happens on Christmas Eve. And the way that the parent was interacting with her son was incredibly special. She was allowing him to talk through his imagination, and that felt really special, just hearing the interaction between this family and how his mind was working and how he was thinking about what happens on the night of Christmas Eve. It's just so special at this time of year. So we're going to have a go today at making a honeycomb tree with a little bit of a difference. So my tree that I'm going to have another go at making is like this one. So I've chosen black card just because black suits our home environment. Christmas at home is quite Scandinavian in design, and I love including homemade bits and pieces within our decor. I wish I could say I made these, but I didn't. I love how they've got glitter on the edge. Of course, that would be quite an easy thing to do, but I'm just going to go for plain and simple black paper trees today. They could easily be created with old books, magazines, different coloured paper, and I love that you could use them within your children's play or decor within their rooms as well. To start with 2 pieces of paper or card, I'm doubling up. You can do this one at once if you wish. I've folded it along and I've created a really sharp edge. Now you want to draw half a Christmas tree shape. So my trees here have got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go for a 4-layered tree as well. Sometimes I do things freehand and other times I would follow a template. Just depends on my mood. Is it something I feel like I could achieve today? Once you've got your template, you can just continue cutting the shape over and over again. You can cut out as many of these as you wish. So this one here has got 10 lots, so I did 5 lots of cutting. So you just want to keep going, keep cutting your sections. Do make sure that when you cut along the open edge, otherwise you'll end up with 4 pieces rather than 2. So you're going to draw along the ridged side, put your template down, try and match it as best as you can, as flat as you can to get the same shape. Keep going until you have 10 singular little trees. I'm going to keep cutting out my trees and I will see you back shortly. Once you've got your 10 cut out sections, it's the fun bit next. We're going to glue them together. So you'll need a prick stick or a glue gun or something to glue them together with, even double-sided sticky tape if that's what you've got. You'll want to put glue on one side of the tree, stick your next piece over the top, hot chocolate in hand, Christmas music playing, a little bit of craft. And this craft can be done with all ages. I always think that creating things on your own can bring back memories from the past. It's really good for mindfulness. It's really good to just be present in the moment and sort of take stock of the season. And sometimes creating these very simple Christmas decorations can just bring so much joy to the heart. And that's why I love to spend a little bit of time crafting. If I was to have young children, I feel that I would do a lot more craft than I do. I know that many of you are new here. I'm an early years advisor and trainer by profession, and it's one of those things that I love to share. So if I know that there is some really good quality early years play provision learning, it's something that I will just always drip in. So as much as this is great for any age, my age, older generation, younger generation, this is absolutely outstanding provision for young children. There's just so many skills that can be taught and practiced through doing crafts together. What I think would be extra special is that children could use their paper trees within their own play. So if you've got woodland animals at home, or farmyard animals, or a little street, for example, little doll set sort of thing, you could have their own trees amongst their play. I'm using my glue gun today because my prick stick has dried up, unfortunately. I did message my lovely neighbour, who I know would have come to my rescue had she have known I needed a prick stick, because she loves crafting as well. But she's not seen her message, so my glue gun will have to do today. So I'm just going to simply keep going, keep gluing the trees on top of one another. I'll see you back here in a moment once all the trees are glued together. Once you've glued all your pieces together, you may want to just have a look and see if it needs neatening up anywhere. But remember that trees are not always perfect. Other than my beautiful tree down at the common that is beautifully shaped, I would say that trees are very indifferent in their shape. Now, once you've done this, this is the exciting bit. This is where you will open it up. So we open it up and pull it round. Take a look at what it looks like, and you'll see that every tree will look slightly different. So that was the one I did earlier, and this is the one I've just done. Make sure that it balances. And what's great about these is you could bring them out year after year if you wanted to, because you could store them flat and then pop a hair grip or a safety pin, not a safety pin, paper clip, hairpin, or I was going to say safety pin again. You can obviously make these all sizes. You could make them bigger, you could make them smaller. You could create the honeycomb shape, and the way that you do that is by putting the glue in different places each time. So the first time you would stick at the top just 2 blobs, and then the next one you would put some glue here and here. So you're doing a pattern, and then that would create the honeycomb shape. So you can see this one's got the more intricate detail, and these ones have a plainer design. Definitely start with these and then move on to the honeycomb. I hope you've enjoyed the little craft. It's time to start getting ready for the ballet. I'm probably going to leave the kitchen set up as a crafty, cosy Christmas kitchen, and then after the ballet I will probably be making Christmas trees well into the evening. Of course, I'll turn off the hot glue gun. Let me do that now, and then we can move through to the master bedroom and we can get ready for going off to the ballet. As you know, we are off to the Royal Ballet live streamed performance over at the Broadway in our local town. I was thinking I might wear this tulle skirt today. I love the femininity of this skirt. Some of you may know that this is a recent charity shop find. It was £8. It was either 8 or 10. I can't remember if it was 8 or 10 pounds, but it is just so feminine and so beautiful. It was a little bit big, so I have just adjusted the button to give me a little bit more of a nipped in waist. The brand of this is Little Mistress, and I always find that with that brand it always comes up slightly big. So this is a UK size 12. I've been thinking about what I can team with this just to give it a real feminine look, but also wintry and warming. If you've caught up with my Scandi bedroom Christmas makeover, you'll know that I tried this skirt on during that video, Loved it so much. Teamed it with a black body and then a grey soft knit cardigan, and that worked really well for sort of being at home and just cozy vibes. I would like to create that cozy vibe again today. Last week I bought a soft knit from Sainsbury's. I'll show you that so that you can see. So I was thinking that I would team it with this black soft knit. I wore this on Friday night, teamed with a black sequin skirt, again tucked in, made something dressy, a little bit more casual. So let's try the outfit on and just see what it looks like. We're front row of the event today, and I'm really looking forward to making some family memories and just having some together time with a real festive feel. And it's just wonderful that we can walk into our local town and just enjoy what is on our doorstep. I'll show you these because they're lovely. They're from Primark. They're flat satin. They've got a little bit of festive sparkle. I think these are great. They are absolutely beautiful. I'm just going to walk over to the mirror. Yes, they go so well, but also they're not too in your face either. To go with the real feminine vibe, I'm going to go for the Gucci Bloom today. This is possibly my favourite perfume at the moment. It smells absolutely incredible, extremely feminine indeed. Today is the perfect weather day to be celebrating Christmas over in the city. I'm just looking out of the window now. We've had little spells of sunshine. It is very cold. I've popped out this morning already, but fingers crossed we're going to have no rain. Well, I'm feeling very festive today in my red velvet vintage Laura Ashley dress. The dress has puffy sleeves. I really love the shape of this dress because it really is nice and fitted right under the bust and then smocks out. I've also got a vintage coat to pop on. So, well, with it being so close to Christmas, I thought I'm going to go red today. A vintage 1980s red pure wool dress coat. We are really looking forward to spending a very cozy Christmas day with you all and embracing what Christmas has to offer over in the big smoke of our wonderful city of London, and I could not be more excited. So come on, let's go and see where the day takes us.
Leaving at nightfall, running for the train, feeling like a royal, but no one knows my name. Walking streets of gold, adventure in my bones. Close my eyes and go. London road, hear the bells ringing out, calling me like a symphony. Oh, calling me home, calling me home. London road, I miss you when I'm gone, got me dreaming about London.
Well, we have arrived in London. We're currently in Covent Garden. Really looking forward to finding somewhere to eat and exploring. Can you hear it? It sounds amazing. Let's go off and explore Christmas in Covent Garden. Well, walking around Covent Garden in the middle of December, it's freezing cold, but it looked absolutely spectacular. The sun is setting, it's absolutely gorgeous down here. The sun looks wonderful, but it is definitely not warm. GB is frozen there holding the camera. He keeps saying, hurry up, it's cold. We're going to go over this way. It looks like we've got some Christmas markets over here to explore, and the night will be drawing in, and we just can't wait to continue to see all the Christmas spectacularness over in London.